What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jimmy Michael Jimmy Reviews here today to give the people what they want, and the people want to know what are the differences between the Nike Vomero 14 and the Pegasus 35. Well, today I'm here at JackRabbit Austin. I'm here to give you guys the comparison and what the shoes are, the differences, similarities, all that good stuff. So stop all the intro and get right into it. So in the past years, these shoes have been quite different. The Pegasus was your everyday, semi-lightweight trainer, and the Vomero was your heavier, cushy workhorse shoe. But this year, the Pegasus, the Vomero are a lot more closer than we ever seen them before. Now the difference is, it's all coming into the midsole. In the midsole, you have a Cushlon foam with a full-length zoom in the Nike Pegasus 35. And like I always say, it is one of the smoothest rides that I've had in any shoe. This is probably why it's my top shoe every year. And this year is even better because it's full length. So it's great, and I loved it. But they didn't stop there. Nike went ahead and put that same full length zoom into the Nike Vomero 14. They did that for me, not for you, for me. And I appreciate that, Nike. So they combined that same full length zoom with the React cushioning. So the React cushioning was in the Epic React Flyknit, and it was soft, it was plush, it was the replacement for Lunar, essentially. And they put that combined with the full-length zoom. So you gotta think, which one's better? And I'm not gonna lie, this one has a little more of a plusher feel to it because of that React. I still feel that the Pegasus 35 has its place. It feels to me a little more engaged. My stride just flows a little more smoothly, but for a shoe like the Vomero, it is definitely slimmed down and it's definitely less of a clunker, as they say. The ride is pretty smooth and you're getting a little more cushioning. The React foam definitely helps the overall ride of the shoe, and it's close this year. Like, I can't decide what do I like better, the Vomero or the Peg. But let's move on to the outsoles, which the outsoles are pretty much the exact same. I mean, you have the pentagon pattern on one and a hexagonal pattern on the other. Does it make a big difference? I don't really think so. The flexibility of the Pegasus is a little more in the toe box, whereas the Vomero is a little more stiffer, which I think the overall differences in the overall rides will be that the Pegasus seems to be the more nimble shoe. The Vomero is going to be the more structured, a little more stable ride. It's still a neutral shoe, but a little more stable of a ride. That's all I'm saying. Don't get mad at me. In the upper of the Pegasus, you got a fly mesh upper. It's a little more adaptable, a little more lightweight on foot, and I would say a little more breathable. Compared to the Vomero, where it's a little more thicker, a lot more structured, and the lockdown is a lot more secure. Other than that, the fly wire is about the same, the lacing system is the same, the tongue of the Vomero is a little more flat, the tongue of the Nike Pegasus is a little more thicker, but still not that thick. And they both have this flaring out heel collar thing going on, which seems to be the thing for Nike this year. But other than that, the shoes are about the same. So which one is better for me? I still want to lean towards the Pegasus. I love the Vomero. If you have not seen my review of the Vomero, check it out, links down below. Or the Pegasus, links down below, and check them out. Other than that, the shoes are pretty much, very much similar this year. Besides the React foam and the little stiffer of a upper, that's gonna be your big differences. I think they almost work for the same purpose. I mean, the Vomero is so much lighter this year compared to last year's. I can't even say that this is gonna be your heavier, clunkier shoe, and it's gonna be your lightweight trainer. They're almost really, really close. So it's gonna be a preference of taste. The stack height of the Vomero makes it a little more of a higher cushioned daily workhorse, whereas the Pegasus is a little more of my style of just being a little more engaged, a little more nimble feeling. But that's it. And I'm sure those who want to disagree can disagree. And if you want to say the Vomero is a better shoe, I won't argue with you. I might agree with you next week. My mind's going back and forth between these shoes. But as of right now, on this video, I'm here to say the Pegasus is still my shoe, but the Vomero is right there. And next week, it may be over here. So we'll find out. With that said, you guys let me know what you guys think about the shoes. Are you team Pegasus? Are you team Vomero? Are you team Skechers? With that said, be sure to stay in school, don't do drugs, and if you can, just try to keep it tight. Thank you. Subscribe.